Hello everyone, welcome back to Maelstrom Gaming. My name is Malachi Gardner. Today I'm going to be playing the Escape from Dol Guldur scenario for the Lord of the Rings LCG. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Alright, so here we have the Escape from Dol Guldur scenario card, which is the third and final scenario in the Mirkwood Paths Campaign. Let's go ahead and read this card here. It says, you are playing in campaign mode. Set up, put Mendor into play. Attach Appointed by Fate to a hero of the first player's choice. So I'll take a look at this just a second. And then Forced. When a hero would be randomly selected to be a prisoner, the prisoner from the campaign log is selected instead. Each card attached to that hero is turned face down until the hero is rescued. Mendor is captured as well. Place Mendor face down next to the prisoner. This does not cause him to leave play. Flip this card over. Your guide, Mendor, has also been taken by the enemy. Alright, response. After the first objective is claimed, flip Mendor face up and place 1 damage token on him. Okay, so then let's continue by reading through the quest card here. The Lady Galadriel of Lorien has asked you to investigate the area in the vicinity of Dol Guldur. While doing so, one of your allies was ambushed by orcs, captured, and is now being held in a dungeon cell. Set up, search the encounter deck for the 3 objective cards, which are right up here. Reveal and place them in the staging area. Place the Nazgul of Dol Guldur face up, but out of play, alongside the quest deck. Then shuffle the encounter deck and attach 1 encounter to each objective card. Okay, so we have this very, very nasty card here, and this is going to be coming to play at some point during the scenario, but right now it's going to be out of play, so I'll just set that aside there. Alright, so then we will have our 3 encounter cards here, which I'll just put those face down. Alright, now before I reveal those cards, I'm going to go ahead and draw my starting hand of 6 cards. Okay. Alright, so before we look at those, we have Appointed by Fate here, which is the boon that we are told to attach to one of our heroes. It says attached hero collects 1 additional resource during each resource phase. So that's going to be very helpful because Gimli, who was selected to be the prisoner from last round, will be captured and will be turned face down, as we will see on this next stage of the quest here, which I'll read in a bit. And so then we won't have access to using Gimli or special abilities, and so we will only be generating 2 resources each turn till we rescue Gimli, so having this will give us a 3rd resource we can use each turn. So we have Unexpected Courage, 2 copies of the Favor of the Lady, Dwarven Axe, Citadel Plate, and Northern Tracker. Okay, this is it's a pretty good hand. Fairly decent, not too bad. I kinda would like a different hand. I'm not too keen on all these options. I do think having Unexpected Courage, Northern Tracker, Citadel Plate, okay, there's some good cards in here, but I'm not sure if I should keep this hand or mulligan to get a new hand. Okay, so what would I want to do with this? I'm probably thinking I might give Appointed by Fate to Eowyn, so that way she'll be generating 2 resources each turn. We'll be down to 1 tactics resource each turn until we rescue Gimli, but then we'll be going up to 2 tactics resources, so then we'll have 2 tactics each turn and 2 spirit each turn, which is pretty nice. This hand right here does have a decent amount of spirit stuff, so we can get Unexpected Courage and then Northern Tracker very quickly, and then Favor the Lady to boost Eowyn's willpower even more. So, you know, I think it's pretty good, so I think I'll keep this. Okay, then let's see who. So I think I will go ahead and give Appointed by Fate to Eowyn. So now all of our heroes actually have some sort of boon here. So Gimli and Legolas both have Valor, which allows them to have this ability here saying response. After attached hero is declared as an attacker, exhaust Valor to heal 1 damage from attached hero and deal 1 damage to the defending enemy. So Gimli and Legolas both have Valor, and then Eowyn has Appointed by Fate. So that's pretty nice there. Alright, so the Necromancer's Tower card here has the one revealed ability saying, randomly select 1 hero card among all heroes controlled by the players and turn it face down. That hero is now considered a prisoner, cannot be used, cannot be damaged, and does not collect resources until it is rescued, as instructed by card effects later in this quest. The players as a group cannot play more than one ally card each round, and the players cannot advance to the next stage of the quest unless they have at least one objective card. So normally, when you would reveal this and continue setting up the game, you would have to randomly select one of your heroes to become the prisoner. But as per this campaign card here, the hero who was selected as the prisoner in the previous scenario, which was determined by the hero who ended the scenario with the most damage counters, is the prisoner. So Gimli had the most damage counters on him by far by the end of along the end of the scenario, which you can see in the previous episode of this campaign. And so he's going to be turned face down along with Valor here. So just put those face down. And then also according to the campaign card, Mendor is also taken prisoner. So we do not have access to either of those two characters there. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the encounter cards we have out here. So first off, we have the Dungeon Torch here, which is guarded and restricted. And let's focus it in, there we go. So it says action, raise your threat by 2 to claim its objective when it is free of encounters. When claimed, attach Dungeon Torch to a hero you control. Counts as an attachment if detached. Return Dungeon Torch to the staging area. Forced. At the end of each round, raise attached hero's controller's threat by 2. So that's very not great to have there. You have to raise your threat by 2 to claim it, and then every round you're going to have to increase your threat by an additional 2. So that's not great. Looking at the card here, we have the Cavern Guardian. So this is not a terrible enemy. He does have Doomed 1, which means we'll have to raise our threat by 1 when we reveal him, so we're up to 30 there. But other than that, he has 2 threat, 2 attack, 1 defense, and 2 health, so not too bad there. Gandalf's map has a lot of the same abilities and effects as the torch there, so it has the guarded and restricted keyword, and it has the same effect there of you raise your threat by 2 to claim this objective when it's free of encounters, and then it counts as an attachment, and if it's detached, you have to turn it to the staging area. The thing that makes it different is it says attached hero cannot attack or defend. Now that can be very debilitating for many heroes. Anyone, on the other hand, doesn't really affect her too much because she's not going to be attacking or defending anyway. So that'll probably be the one I have to claim, which again I do need to claim one of them in order to advance from the stage here. So the cards guarding that is going to be the Tower Gate, which has 2 threat, only 1 progress token needed to go on that. And it says, forced after traveling to the Tower Gate, each player places the top card of their deck face down in front of them, as if it just engaged them from the staging area. These cards are called Orc Guard, and act as enemies with 1 hit point, 1 attack, and 1 defense. Okay, and then the Shadow Key has all the same abilities as the other 2 objectives, with the following, but in terms of the guarded and restricted, and then how to claim it. And it says, forced at the end of each round, attached hero suffers 1 damage. So that'll be very harmful, but I think I want to give that to Gimli, who will then get more and more powerful as he is damaged, and then we can play the Citadel Plate on him to give it even more health. The card guarding that is King Spider. It says, when revealed, each player must choose and exhaust 1 character they control. He has 3 health, 1 defense, 3 attack, and 2 threat. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and choose Legolas. I'll exhaust him, and then we will draw a card, which is going to be a Test of Will, and then Legolas is going to gain Legolas gains 1 resource, Eowyn gets 2. I will go ahead and use Eowyn's resources to play Unexpected Courage, which I'll exhaust immediately to ready Legolas. Let's fix this here. Okay, so now Legolas is readied, and we don't actually have anything that costs 1 tactics resource, so Legolas won't be able to play anything there. Let's go ahead and exhaust Eowyn, and I'll commit her to the quest. I'm not going to commit Legolas to the quest because I'll need to have him be able to attack some of these enemies out here. And let's go ahead and see what card we get here. Oh, Lingering Venom. This is not a good start to the game, I see. So, it says Surge. When revealed, each player must choose either exhaust each damaged character you control or deal 2 damage to the hero you control with the most damage on it. You know what? I take that back. It's actually really not bad to get that now because neither of our heroes are damaged, so none of them are going to take any damage or have to be exhausted. It does have Surge, so we're going to need to draw another card, which is going to be Eyes of the Forest here, and it says when revealed, each player discards all event cards in their hand. So, let's check, and we have a single of end card here, so I'll just have to discard Test of Will. So that's unfortunate that we don't have that, but all told, oh, it's really not a bad card to draw at this moment. But all told, Eyes of the Forest really wasn't a bad treachery to draw at the moment here. So we have 4 willpower, and we're going to be generating a total of 6 threat in the staging area, so I'll have to increase my threat by 2, up to 32. Alright, so now, from here, I would like to travel to the Tower Gate, except we will need to we'll need to place one of our cards from our deck face down as a orc, and in addition to that, the Cavern Guardian and the King Spider are both going to be engaging us, and so that'll be 3 attacks, and so that actually would not be very smart to do, I believe. So let's go ahead, not travel to the Tower Gate. Instead, we will need to engage the Cavern Guardian and the King Spider. And unfortunately, those are not optional engagements, and they are required because my threat's at 32. And even though Gimli's not usable and we don't benefit from having Gimli in our deck, he's still producing his 11th threat at the moment, which is very annoying. So, now the Cavern Guardian and King Spider both are going to be dealt shadow cards, and we're going to need to deal with them. Could block their attacks, but unfortunately, if I block with Legolas, I'll be preventing 1 damage, but then I won't be able to hit them back, and so then I won't be able to take any of them out, and they'll just be damaging me throughout the entire game, which will be very, which won't allow me to progress at all, and I'll just end up dying. So I will have to take their attacks unblocked. So start the King Spider here, and there are no shadow effects here, which is great. I was a little bit worried, because if there's any damage boost, that would actually take out either one of my heroes. So as it is, Legolas will take 3 damage. Cavern Guardian will also not have any shadow effects, so he'll do 2 damage to Eowyn, and now they're both reduced down to 1 health each, so this is really bad. Don't really... Yeah, I don't like this very much. This isn't good. So from here, I'll go ahead and exhaust Legolas, and I'll first transfer 1 damage token from myself to my target, which I will target the King Spider. And so then I'll use my 3 attack on the King Spider. He blocks first damage, but the second 2 go through, and he is defeated. Okay, and the Shadow Key will go there now. Then I can go ahead and ready my cards, go up to 33 threat, draw... Ooh, Gondorian Spearman. This is actually a wonderful card to get right now. So the Gondorian Spearman has 0 willpower, 1 attack, 1 defense, 1 health, and Sentinel. And then response after Gondorian Spearman is declared as a defender, deal 1 damage to the attacking enemy. Now this ability goes into effect after he's declared a defender, not after the attack resolves. Which means that if our Gondorian Spearman blocks an attack from one of these little orcs here, they will be defeated before they even get to hit our Spearman there. So that will be very useful to get there. So again, anyone gets 2 resources, and Legolas will gain 1. Alright, there we go. So then, I'll go ahead and play the Gondorian Spearman here. So we'll put him right there, and he'll use 2 resources. And then I won't be playing any other cards here, but I think next turn I'll try to play the Northern Tracker. Okay, so let's go ahead and quest for 4 with Eowyn, and oh boy, what is this? Oh boy, the Hammerhorns. Has 40 threat, engagement cost of 40, which is good, so he won't engage me for a while because forced. After Hammerhorns engages you, deal 5 damage to a single hero you control. Yeah. That will kill most heroes, and that's direct damage. You can't defend to avoid it or anything like that. It will just kill one of your heroes when you engage it. Luckily though, other than that, he's not too bad stat speaking, so he has 1 threat, 2 attack, 0 defense, and then 3 hit points. But man, that is a terrible, terrible engagement ability there. That will just knock out one of your heroes. Which, yeah, really what I need to do here, what I want to do at least, is I want to draw Gandalf. I really just want to draw Gandalf. I want to play Gandalf, and then smite that guy before he engages me. Because otherwise, there goes Legolas or Eowyn. And if I lose another hero, well, then I'll be down to 1 hero until I rescue Gimli. And at that point, I don't think Gimli will be rescued. Alright, so From there, we have 3 threat in the engagement, in the staging area rather, and then we have 4 willpower, so we will actually be able to place 1 progress token. And then I will go ahead and travel to the tower gate, so then we will have to play this card here as a Orc Guard. And then I am not going to optionally engage the Hammerhorns, because that means death. Alright, and so then I'll go ahead and block the Orc Guard with the Gondorian Spearman, and he's just going to be defeated. And so that was a Northern Tracker there was discarded, so I won't be drawing him, unfortunately. And then the Cavern Guardian, I will exhaust Legolas to block the attack from the Cavern Guardian, and that will deal no shadow effects, I'll just deal 1 damage. And Legolas is now up to 3 wounds on him, so he's 1 left. But I'll exhaust Unexpected Courage, ready Legolas, and then exhaust Legolas immediately to attack the Cavern Guardians. He will use his Valor ability to transfer 1 damage onto the enemy there, and then Valor should be just exhausted there, but it doesn't really matter because I'll just end the round here. And then I'll do 3 damage to the Cavern Guardian and defeat him. Alright, and so now I have defeated those 2 enemies. Alright, so I've defeated all those enemies there, ready all of our cards, and raise my threat again. And be able to draw some cards here. Let's see what I get. Okay, a Veteran Axe Hand. This is pretty nice. 0 willpower, but 2 attack is really the strong point of this card. He's 1 defense and then 2 hit points. A nice solid card there. Okay, and then we'll generate our resources. So Legolas will get 1, Aelin will get 2 more, so it puts her up to 4. I will go ahead and play Northern Tracker. It will be very helpful. And then we have 1 resource for Legolas, which I really can't use for anything. So let's see what we need to do here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and exhaust Aelin, and she is going to quest for 4. I think I'll also quest with Legolas, and so that'll be a total of 5 there. And what? I could discard Favor the Lady to just get an extra willpower. Oh, you know what? I just realized, since I defeated the Cavern Guardian, Legolas should place 2 progress tokens on the quest. So one of those will go onto the Tower Gate, which will explore that one completely, and the second one will go onto the Necromancer's Tower. Okay, so that's that. And now all 3 objectives are in the staging area and can be claimed, but I don't want to claim any of them until I absolutely need to. So now we have 5 willpower. Let's go ahead and draw a card here, and it's the Dol Guldur Beastmaster. We've seen him in our journey along the Anduin playthrough here. So we have 2 threat, 3 attack, 1 defense, and 5 health. And then forced when Dol Guldur Beastmaster attacks, deal it 1 additional shadow card. Okay, I'm just going to move these objectives just up here. We know what they do, and they won't really be doing anything to us until we claim them, so I'll just add more room there. Okay, so now we have a total of 3 threat there, and we have 2 willpower, so we're placing 2 progress tokens, and we need a total of 9 on this first stage of the quest here. Let's go ahead and engage the Dol Guldur Beastmaster optionally, and we'll deal him 2 shadow cards here, and let's go ahead and block with the Northern Tracker. So he has 2 defense, so the Dol Guldur Beastmaster will be doing 1 damage plus any shadow effects. No shadow effect there, and no... Oh, there's a shadow effect here. So it says, choose and discard 1 attachment you control. Discarded objective cards are returned to the staging area. If this attack is undefended, discard all attachments you control. Okay, so I have to go ahead and discard 1 attachment, and I think I will, I think Unexpected Courage is unfortunately the worst attachment I have here. I mean, Valor is permanent, so I'm pretty sure that means I can't discard that one. So yeah, I'll have to do Unexpected Courage, which does kind of mess up my plans a little bit, because I was hoping to then ready Legolas and have him attack the Beastmaster. As it is, at least the Gondorian Spearman could attack, but then that 1 damage will just be blocked by the Beastmaster's defense, so that does nothing. Okay, we'll ready all of our cards there, and no longer have Unexpected Courage. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what card we draw here. Ooh, and it's Gandalf, which is Oh man, that's gonna be nice. Just get rid of that hammer horns before he kills Legolas. So, let's see, we'll get some resources, and I now have... Alright, so now I have 4 resources, which is not quite enough to play Gandalf. Next turn I'll be gaining 3 more resources, so I could essentially budget off 2 for this round and still be able to play the Gandalf card next turn. Let's go ahead and play the Veteran Accent here. 2 resources, and so that will allow me to still have enough money to play Gandalf next turn, because anyone will get 2 more, Legolas will get 1 more, which will give me the 5 I need to play Gandalf. But then I'll be able to have some extra attack in the moment to be able to take out this Beastmaster. Alright, from here I'm just going to be questing with Éowyn, and so let's go ahead and reveal the card here. Ooh, Caught in a Web. The player with the highest threat level attaches this card to one of their heroes. Counts as a condition attachment with the text. Attached hero is not ready during the refresh phase unless you pay 2 resources from that hero's pool. Unexpected Courage does negate this card, so yes, the hero would not ready during the refresh phase, but you could still just exhaust Unexpected Courage to ready the hero who was caught in the web, but now we don't have Unexpected Courage, so if I gave it to Legolas, there's no little workaround there, so that's very unfortunate. And during the first turn we had to discard our Test of Will, so we do not have any way of canceling this card here. So, Éowyn is essential to get enough progress tokens on the locations and quest cards, so I think I'll have to give it to Legolas, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, there's really no way of me doing anything else there. So yeah, Legolas is now caught in a web, and we're going to have to deal with that. So there's 1 threat down in the staging area, and we have 4 willpower, so we'll be able to place 3 more progress tokens, which puts us up to 7. And then we have the Dol Guldur Beastmaster, who's going to attack us. We're going to exhaust the Northern Tracker again, and we have a shadow card here saying, choose and discard 1 attachment from the defending character. If this attack is undefended, discard all attachments you control. Luckily, Northern Tracker had no attachments, so we don't have to do anything there. And then Necromancer's Pass has no shadow effect. So we'll deal 1 damage to the Northern Tracker, who is now down to 1 health left, but he's been helping us quite a bit lately. From here, I'm going to go ahead and attack with the Veteran Axe Hand and the Gondorian Spearman, as well as Legolas, and we'll transfer 1 damage onto the Dol Guldur Beastmaster. We'll have a combined total of 6 attack. The first one of those will be blocked, and so we'll still be doing 5 damage, which is enough to take out the Beastmaster here. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to raise my threat by 2, and we'll be able to claim Gandalf's map here. So then I'll give this to Éowyn, and she can now no longer attack or defend, but now I do have the 1 objective card claimed, and so now I can actually progress to the next quest, which is actually going to happen right now because of Legolas's ability. Since he did participate in an attack that defeated an enemy, we'll be placing 2 more progress tokens there, which will complete this quest. So far, this is not going perfectly. Overall, I think it's going okay. I think it's going pretty decently, but we'll have to go wait and see. When Rescue Gimli, I think things will be a little bit easier because then we'll have Gimli with Valor and then Mendor as well, but we'll just have to see how this goes. So, through the caverns, finding a hidden entrance to the dungeons of Dol Guldur at last, you attempt to make your way through the caverns beneath the hill. Searching for your imprisoned friend, the denizens of this labyrinth stand in your way while the jailers detain the prisoner. Alright, and we need 15 progress tokens on this quest card, which is quite a lot. Response: after placing any number of progress tokens on the card, flip the prisoner card face up and place 1 damage token on it. The hero has been rescued and now may be used by its controller. Now, when the prisoner is rescued, we also get Mendor, according to the card right here, and he is also dealt 1 damage. The players as a group cannot play more than 1 ally card each round, And players cannot advance to the next stage of this quest unless they have rescued the prisoner and have all 3 Escape from Dol Guldur objective cards. Let's take a look at the Nazgul set aside. 5 threat, which is a ton, 4 attack, 3 defense, 9 health. No attachments can be played on Nazgul of Dol Guldur, so you can't use like Force Snare or any other traps like that. Forced. When the prisoner is rescued, move Nazgul of Dol Guldur into the staging area. Oh boy. So I suppose that when we rescue Gimli, things won't be looking up from there on, because then the Nazgul will be coming out. And will be coming for us. After a shadow effect dealt to Nazgul of Dol Guldur resolves, the engaged player must choose and discard 1 character they control. How lovely. That's terrible. When we place any number of progress tokens on this card, we'll be able to rescue Gimli and Mendor, but the Nazgul will be coming for us then. So that's not great. Alright, let's go ahead and ready all of our cards. And Legolas will not ready, unfortunately. We gain 1 threat, 2 turns away from the Hummerhorns attacking us, and there you go, another Gandalf. That's very, very nice there. Okay, so now let's go ahead, give our resources out here, and now let's just use all 5 of our resources to play Gandalf. And so Gandalf is going to enter play, and then it says after Gandalf enters play, choose 1, draw 3 cards, deal 4 damage to 1 enemy in play, or reduce your threat by 5. I'm going to go ahead and deal 4 damage to the Hummerhorns here, defeating them. They are worth 5 victory points, so they are going to be removed from the game, and now we will not have to deal with them, I don't know, eating one of our heroes or whatever they do to them. Alright, so now, so chances are, now that we have no enemies in the staging area, chances are the Nazgul of Dol Guldur is going to be coming for us this round. So I kind of want to prepare for that, although really how prepared can you be to face a Nazgul? So I might just actually want to keep Gandalf ready to block the Nazgul's attack, or even to hit him and do some damage to him. So I'm actually not going to quest with him. But I will go ahead and have Aeon commit to the quest, and we'll draw a card here. And the King Spider. Each player must choose and exhaust 1 character they control. I will go ahead and exhaust the Gondorian Spearman. And now we have 2 threat here, and Aeon has 4 willpower, so we'll be placing 2 progress tokens on the quest card. And so now, several things happen. First, Gimli and Mendor will be revealed. So Gimli with his Valor card there, and they're going to be dealt 1 damage, and then Mendor is also going to be revealed and dealt 1 damage. So now we have some more people to help us out. But the Nazgul of Dol Guldur is also going to be coming into play in the staging area. So, yeah, that's not great. So, let's move. Alright, so, let's see if Mendor goes right there. There we go. Now, we have to go ahead and engage enemies. So the King Spider will engage with us whether we like it or not, but we can choose whether we want to engage the Nazgul or not. Alright, so I think I will go ahead and engage the Nazgul here. So we'll go ahead and deal any shadow cards. Alright, so let's go ahead and exhaust Gandalf to block the Nazgul's attack. And let's see, the attacking enemy gets +1 attack, so that'll be a 5 attack total, but Gandalf will block 4 of that, so only 1 damage there. Then the King Spider's going to attack, and I'm not going to block. And there's no shadow effect there, which is good, because that 3 damage will go to Gimli. And so then, we will go ahead and then from here, let's go ahead and put out an all-out attack on the Nazgul, and let's see if we can actually take him out. Before I actually go do those attacks, just remember that so force effect here says, after a shadow effect dealt to Nazgul Dol Guldur resolves, the engaged player must choose and discard 1 character they control. So I will have to go ahead and discard Gandalf, which really isn't going to matter because he has to be discarded anyway. I could discard a different character, but it wouldn't really matter. So then let's go ahead and just put out an all-out attack on the Nazgul here. So let's go ahead and hit the Nazgul with Gimli. We'll transfer 1 damage from Gimli to him, and then Gimli will do a total of 2 damage to him after breaking through his defenses. Alright, and then we'll have Veteran Axion and Northern Tracker and Mendor deal a combined total of 5 damage to the Nazgul, which is a lot, but unfortunately, he still has 1 remaining hit point. What I'm hoping I'll be able to do is I'll be able to block the Nazgul Dol Guldur with the Gondorian Spearman, and then we'll be able to use his ability to deal 1 damage to the Nazgul and take him out. We will see if that works, but that's what I'm hoping for. So, we'll go ahead and produce our resources here. Malygos is still exhausted. Let's go ahead and draw our card here, and we have a feint. That's going to be very helpful, I'm sure. Allows us to block an enemy's attack, essentially, prevent them from attacking. Alright, so I don't think I'm going to be playing any cards here. I'm going to save up and hopefully play the Citadel plate next turn, or maybe even Gandalf. Let's go ahead and quest just with Eowyn. And so, go ahead and draw a card here. Enchanted Stream, so we have 2 threat and then 2 progress tokens, and then while Enchanted Stream is the active location, players cannot draw cards. Alright, so then we'll have 2 threat and 4 willpower, so we'll be able to place 2 more progress tokens there. And then let's go ahead and travel to the Enchanted Stream. Then Nazgul, Dol Guldur, and King Spider will attack us. We'll exhaust Gondorian Spearman to block the Nazgul's attack, but when he's declared as a defender, he will deal 1 damage to the Nazgul and defeat him. Alright, then the King Spider will attack, and let's go ahead and, I could feint to block his attack. I think I'll just exhaust Gimli instead, and no shadow effect, that'll just be 1 damage dealt to Gimli. Then, the Northern Tracker and the Veteran Axe Stand will go ahead and defeat the King Spider. And there we go, we have cleared the board of all enemies, which is wonderful. So now let's reveal next card. We're up to 40 threat, which isn't great. Ooh, Mendor support. Only 1 copy of Mendor support can be played each round. Action, Mendor gets +2 attack, willpower, and defense until the end of the round. We got 1 copy of that card added to our deck at the end of the Passage Through Mirkwood scenario, and I have not seen it since because, really, if you have 1 card in a 50 card deck, chances are not very good that you're going to draw it in any given game, so very pleased to see that. Let's go ahead and place Citadel plate on Gimli. And so I'll buff his health there. And then let's go ahead and play Favor of the Lady just to get some extra willpower. Alright, and then I could play another one, but I think I'll save those 2 extra resources if I need them for next turn. So let's go ahead and exhaust Eowyn, and then let's go ahead and quest with Mendor, I think. So we have Mendor and Eowyn questing, so that's a total of 5 willpower. Eowyn actually now has 5 willpower in herself, so I'll be 6 willpower total. Let's go ahead and play Mendor support to get 2 extra, so that'll be a total of 8. And then we'll reveal the next card here. Dol Guldur Orcs. We'll reveal the first player chooses 1 character currently committed to the quest, deal 2 damage to that character. That's very unfortunate, actually. Yeah, that actually really stinks. I guess I should have quested with Gimli or something, but was not thinking about that. So I now have to do 2 damage to one of our characters, either Eowyn or Mendor, and you know what? This card says nothing about if Mendor leaves play, you lose the game. So I actually could have Mendor take the 2 damage, which is unfortunate, but having Mendor be defeated is actually not as bad as Eowyn being defeated. So if Mendor leaves play, remove from the game, so we will have to remove Mendor from the game, which stinks. But if Eowyn was defeated, that would be way worse. So then we have only 5 willpower now that Mendor is no longer in play. And then we have 2 threat here, so we'll be able to place 2 progress tokens on the Enchanted Stream, and then 1 progress token on the Caverns here. Now that gives us 5 progress tokens here, and we still need 10 more, so still have a ways to go. Go ahead and engage the Dol Guldur Orcs, and we will have the Northern Tracker defend against the attack there, and there will be no shadow effects. Then Gimli will go ahead and attack the Dol Guldur Orcs, and we'll defeat him, and he'll actually heal 1 damage. And then we'll go ahead and ready all of our cards here. Alright, we're at 41 threat, which is not good. But hopefully we'll be able to win within the next 9 turns or so. Alright, now we have another Citadel plate, so maybe you could play that. Alright, then I actually could play Gandalf, but I think, you know, it actually makes some sense here. So I could play Gandalf, we'll get 4 willpower, and then I could reduce my threat by 5, which would give me some extra time on the clock. Let's go ahead and play Gandalf. I'll reduce my threat by 5, and we'll be able to gain some extra willpower. Alright, so now I'm down to 36. Okay, and then we'll quest with Gandalf. And anyone, of course. Okay, and then do I want to go anyone else? Let's go with the... Could go with Gimli, but I don't think it will, so I'll just go with those 2. Dol Guldur Beastmaster. Okay, and so we have 2 threat and a total of 9 willpower, so we'll be placing 6 progress tokens, so I'm making some progress here. And now we're at 11 out of 15. We have to engage with the Dol Guldur Beastmaster. Okay, let's go ahead and block with Gimli here. Reveal the 2 shadow cards here. Nothing on this one, and then this one gets +1 attack, so we'll do a total of 2 damage to Gimli, who now is down to 4 health. And then the Gondorian Spearman, Veteran Axe Hand, and the Northern Tracker will all do a combined total of 4 damage to the Dol Guldur Beastmaster. Alright, so put out some more resources here. And now Legolas does have 2 resources in his resource pool, so we could ready him, which could be helpful to have just as a last resort. Lorien Guide here, 1 willpower, 1 attack, 0 defense, 2 health. Response after Lorien Guide commits to a quest, place 1 progress token on the active location. Could be pretty helpful there. So at the end of the round, I could spend 2 resources to negate Continent Web's effect and then allow Legolas to be readied, which I think would be helpful to have him kind of in my back pocket, being able to use him if need be. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just go questing with Eowyn. We'll reveal a card, and it's the Dungeon Jailer. So we have 1 threat, 2 attack, 3 defense, 5 health. If Dungeon Jailer is in the staging area, after the players have just quested unsuccessfully, shuffle 1 unclaimed objective card from the staging area back into the encounter deck. Oh my goodness. And you need those to all be equipped in order for you to progress. So that would be just horrific if you quested unsuccessfully when he was in the staging area, because then you have to go through, you couldn't progress to the next stage until you had revealed that card and claimed it. That would be really rough. Okay, so now we have 1 threat versus our 4 willpower, so we'll be able to place 4 progress tokens, which is just enough to go on to the next stage here, which is the final stage. Alright, so we need 7 progress tokens. At the beginning of each quest phase, each player places the top card of their deck face down in front of them, as if it was just engaged them from the staging area. These cards are called Orc Guards, and act as enemies with 1 hit point, 1 attack, and 1 defense. So just like the, was it the Tower Door or something like that? Same thing. Players cannot defeat this stage while Nazgul of Dol Guldur is in play. If the stage is defeated and Nazgul of Dol Guldur is not in play, the players have won the game. You know what, I just realized I made a mistake. We need to have all 3 of the objective cards equipped here, so we have enough progress tokens to advance, but we can't do so until we claim all 3 objectives. That was my bad, and I apologize for that. So let's actually continue on in the caverns here, but we can actually just claim those objectives and then move on. So let's go ahead and see here. We have the Dol Guldur Beastmaster, which we will be able to take out this round, so let's go ahead and optionally engage Dungeon Jailer as well. So let's go ahead and deal out those cards there. We'll block the Dol Guldur Beastmaster with the Gondorian Spearman, which will actually deal 1 damage to the Dol Guldur Beastmaster, defeating him, which is always a very nice ability to be able to use. Then I'll exhaust the Northern Tracker and block Dungeon Jailer. No shout effect there, so he'll block the 2 damage. Veteran Axe Hand and Gimli will both attack the Dungeon Jailer, and 1 damage will be transferred from Gimli to the Dungeon Jailer, rather. Let's put that there. Okay, so Gimli does a total of 6 damage to the Dungeon Jailer. The Veteran Axe Hand does 2, so that's a total of 8. The first 3 is blocked, but then the second 5 will go through and will defeat the Dungeon Jailer. So now we don't have any enemies in play, which is wonderful. Let's go ahead and raise my threat by 4. Alright, so then let's go ahead and end the round here, ready all of our cards, and I think I will spend 2 resources from Legolas' pool to ready him, so that I could just have him ready and able to use his attack if need be. Draw a card here. Unexpected Courage, wonderful. I actually think I'm going to play that right away, so I'll just use the 2 resources that I will gain from Eowyn to equip this to Legolas just right now, so that basically the Unexpected Courage and Caught in the Web will just basically knock each other out, and it'll be like neither of them exists, so we'll be able to use Legolas every round. Alright, so then let's go ahead and raise my threat by 4 to claim the Dungeon Torch and the Shadow Key. We'll give the Dungeon Torch to Eowyn here, so we'll have to increase my threat by a total of 3 every round instead of 2 from now on. We've got the Shadow Key to Gimli because he's actually able to heal. And then, now we can move on to the next stage. Now, every quest phase, we will need to engage a little orc dude, so that's not super great. Let's go ahead and play Favor of the Lady to give Eowyn some more willpower, and then let's go ahead and quest with Eowyn, and we will discard Lorien Guide to give her a total of 7 willpower, and then, you know what? We could just go all out and try questing with everybody. That actually might work. Oh man, that'd be a little bit risky. So right now, Eowyn's giving us 6 willpower, actually 7 willpower because we discarded Lorien Guide. So 7 willpower. We need to place 7 progress tokens here. So if we don't draw any encounter cards, right now we'll actually be able to win the game by placing 7 progress tokens. So let's go ahead and quest the Northern Tracker, Gimli, and Legolas. Okay? So that gives us a total, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 willpower. So if we do not draw a total of 5 willpower from the deck, we will be able to win the game. So let's, oh boy, this is a little bit risky, but let's try it. All right, Under the Shadow. When revealed, until the end of the phase, raise the total threat in the staging area by X, where X is the number of players in the game. So there's 1 player in the game, so this is increasing the threat in staging area by 1, and we do need to engage one of these little orcs here. I forgot about that. There we go. So now we have, this card's giving us 1 threat, okay, from the staging area. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 willpower, and so we will be placing 10 progress tokens on the quest card, and we only need 7. And so we did it. We managed to actually go through and escape from Dol Guldur, which is amazing. Honestly, this game had so many ups and downs. I was not expecting that to happen. I was expecting us to lose many different times throughout this scenario here, but we won, and I am so excited about that. So let's go ahead and read the resolution here. Determine one of the following. 1. If Mendor is still in play, add Mendor to the campaign pool. If you do, add Mendor into play at the start of each scenario during your next campaign. Each player may include 1 copy of Mendor's support in their deck during that campaign. It has been an honor to share such a perilous adventure with you, friends, says Mendor. If you ever need my aid again, I would be glad to journey with you once more. So, if Mendor survived the campaign, then you would be able to play through the next campaign with Mendor and with Mendor support, which would be a fairly nice boost to have, but unfortunately we're going to have to go with option 2 because Mendor is not in play, and he took one for the team. Mendor gave his life to save Eowyn, which in turn allowed us to win the game here, but it was quite a sacrifice on his part, and now we won't have him in future campaigns, but his sacrifice will not go unforgotten because we'll be able to tell his story, and we are now free from the dungeons. Flavor text here says, sadly, you bear Mendor's body back to Galadriel to prepare for his passing into the west. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed playing through it. This one had a lot of ups and downs, but we made it through, and it was really quite fun. If you did enjoy this video, please like it, and please consider subscribing to Maelstrom Gaming to see more content like this. Don't know what we'll be playing next, but I definitely am hoping to play more Lord of the Rings in the future. Maybe I'll play through the rest of the Mirkwood cycle, or maybe I'll play through, I don't know, Khazad-dûm or something else like that. But until next time, happy gaming.